Alright, so imagine this: we're in the heart of Manhattan, where the skyscrapers are so tall they practically touch the clouds, and the streets are always buzzing with energy. In one of those fancy high-rise apartments lives Alex Waverly. Now, Alex isn't your run-of-the-mill teenager. His parents, Mr. and Mrs. Waverly, are big-time hoteliers, owning a chain of luxury hotels around the world. Yeah, that kind of rich. But, here's the thing about Alex: despite the swanky lifestyle, the private schools, and the endless stream of gadgets, something was off. See, his parents were always busy. Like, always. If they weren't jet-setting across the globe to check on their hotels, they were at high-profile meetings or glamorous parties. This left Alex with a lot of alone time in their huge penthouse. You might think, hey, being left alone in a massive apartment with everything at your fingertips doesn't sound so bad. And, sure, Alex enjoyed the perks for a while. He had every video game console ever made, a personal cinema, and a fridge stocked with all the snacks you could dream of. But after a while, all that stuff starts to feel pretty empty when you don't have anyone to share it with. Alex's only constant company was the household staff: Maria the housekeeper, James the chauffeur, and Winston the family butler. They were like family to him, in a way. Maria always made sure he had his favorite meals, and James would tell him stories about the city when he drove him to school. Winston, though, was different. He wasn't just a butler, he was a confidant. Whenever Alex felt down, Winston had a knack for saying just the right thing to lift his spirits. One summer, the Waverly parents decided to open a new hotel in Tokyo. It was supposed to be a quick trip, but quick, in their world, often meant months. They promised Alex they'd be back in time for his birthday, but Alex knew better than to hold his breath. Sure enough, as his birthday approached, they called with their apologies and promises of grand gifts to make up for their absence. Alex tried to act cool about it. He threw a big party, inviting all his friends, hoping to fill the void with noise and laughter. But amidst the celebration, he couldn't shake the feeling of emptiness. It wasn't about the gifts or the grandeur, he just wanted his parents to be there. After the party, Alex found himself alone on the balcony, looking out at the city lights. Winston joined him, bringing along 2 mugs of hot chocolate. They stood there in silence for a while, the only sounds being the distant hum of traffic below. "You know, Alex," Winston started, "your parents love you very much. They just show it in their own way." Alex sighed. "I know, Winston. But sometimes, I wish they'd show it by just being here." Winston gave a small nod, understanding far more than he let on. "Have you ever told them that?" Alex shook his head. "I don't want to seem ungrateful. They work hard, and they do it all for me." "That may be true," Winston said gently, "but sometimes people need a reminder of what's truly important." The next day, with Winston's encouragement, Alex decided to write a letter to his parents. Not an email or a text, but an old-fashioned, heartfelt letter. He poured his heart out, explaining how he felt and how much he missed them. He didn't blame them or guilt-trip them, he just shared his feelings. Weeks passed, and Alex carried on with life. Then, one Friday evening, the unexpected happened. Alex came home from school to find his parents in the living room, waiting for him. Their suitcases were still by the door, and they looked exhausted but happy. "Surprise," his mom said with a warm smile. "We read your letter, Alex," his dad added. "And it made us realize that we've been missing out on the most important thing, time with you." Alex was speechless. For the first time in years, they all sat down together for dinner, talking, laughing, and just enjoying each other's company. His parents made a promise that night to be more present, not just in words but in actions. They started scheduling regular family time, no matter how busy their lives got. And as for Alex, he realized that sometimes, all it takes is a little courage to speak your heart. Because even in the busiest of lives, love finds a way to shine through when you least expect it.